The truth about coffee. Have you ever woken up, stumbled into your kitchen, and relied on a dark, bitter liquid just to jumpstart your brain? You are definitely not alone. Every single day, humanity consumes over 2 billion cups of coffee. It is the fuel of the modern workforce, a morning ritual, and a global obsession. But have you ever stopped to wonder what exactly coffee is? How did a simple red berry from the highlands of East Africa conquer the entire planet? And more importantly, how does it actually trick your brain into feeling awake? It's not just a beverage. It's a chemical marvel that altered the course of human history. Today, we are uncovering the hidden science, the ancient legends, and the truth about coffee.
Let's explore right here on Humble History.
To understand coffee, we have to go back over 1,000 years. The most famous origin story takes us to the ancient coffee forests of the Ethiopian plateau. Legend has it that a goat herder named Kaldi noticed his flock acting strangely. After eating the bright red berries from a certain tree, his goats became so energetic that they wouldn't sleep at night. Curious, Kaldi tried the berries himself and experienced the exact same rush of alertness. He brought the berries to a local monastery where a monk made a drink with them, discovering that it kept him awake through long hours of evening prayer. From Ethiopia, the knowledge of these energizing berries spread across the Red Sea to the Arabian Peninsula. By the 15th century, coffee was being grown in the Yemeni district of Arabia, and by the 16th century, it was known in Persia, Egypt, Syria, and Turkey. Here, coffee became more than just a stimulant. It became a cultural phenomenon. The first coffee houses, known as cafés, appeared. These were places of unprecedented social interaction. People went there to listen to music, watch performers, play chess, and crucially, discuss the news of the day. They became known as schools of the wise. But how did it take over the rest of the world? For a long time, the Arabian Peninsula closely guarded their coffee monopoly. They strictly boiled or roasted the beans before exporting them so that no one else could plant them. But in the 1600s, a pilgrim supposedly smuggled a few fertile seeds out of Mecca by strapping them to his chest. Those few seeds gave rise to the massive coffee plantations in India and eventually Indonesia. Soon, the Dutch, the French, and the British were taking coffee to their colonies across the globe. But let's pause for a second and look at the actual plant, because here is the first major truth about coffee. It is not a bean. Despite what we call it, a coffee bean is actually the pit, or the seed, of a fruit known as a coffee cherry. When the cherries are ripe, they turn a deep, vibrant red. The fruit is harvested, and the flesh is stripped away to reveal the green seed inside. These green seeds are completely tasteless. It isn't until they are roasted at high temperatures that the complex chemical reactions occur, unlocking the oils, the rich aromas, and the hundreds of flavor compounds we associate with a fresh cup of coffee. This simple chemical trick profoundly changed human history. Before the widespread adoption of coffee in Europe, the common beverage of choice throughout the day was weak beer or wine, simply because the water was often unsafe to drink. Imagine an entire population, from laborers to politicians, essentially buzzing on alcohol from sunrise to sunset. When coffee was introduced in the 17th century, it replaced alcohol as the morning drink. Suddenly, people were starting their days with a clear, focused, and stimulated mind. Many historians argue that the introduction of the coffee house directly fueled the Age of Enlightenment and the Industrial Revolution. It provided the clarity and the social spaces needed for philosophers, scientists, and businessmen to share groundbreaking ideas. Today, coffee is a multi-billion-dollar global industry. It is grown in more than 70 countries and involves the labor of millions of people. It has evolved from a mysterious red berry in Ethiopia into meticulously crafted flat whites, cold brews, and espressos. But beneath the milk art and the fancy syrups, the core experience remains exactly the same as it was centuries ago. It is a brilliant, natural chemical hack that brings us together, sparks our creativity, and helps us face the demands of the day. So the next time you take that first warm sip in the morning, remember that you aren't just drinking roasted fruit seeds. You are sipping on a driving force of human history. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other video channels. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the humble history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.